Good morning, my friends. Jared Weggeland here from Focus Group Florida, Keller Williams Realty. Focus Homes, your local custom home builder, and Focus Remodels when you love where you live and you want to make it a little bit better. So today is Tuesday. That means it's real estate roundup. Let's see what's going on in Polk County and Lakeland in the last 7 days. So the last 7 days, our average house sold was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. As you know, that's been consistent. The average square footage of homes closed went down a little bit this week to 1698. The average list price per square foot was 184.05, and the average sold per square foot is 180.98. So you'll notice a little difference there from the last several weeks. Average list price was 319,815, with the average close price 314,463. This is the first time we've seen this in a while. Is 98% of the list price was the sold price. So the sold price was 2% less than the list price. We have been at about 100%, 101%, 102% in some cases for a while. So that's a little bit of a change. And also we have average days on the market of 17. So we've been eking that days on the market a little bit. So that means that there's a few more homes on the market as we have each day longer. And so we'll talk about that in a little bit. So that's a good thing. All right. So then as far as our new pendings compared to our new listings go this week, we're hovering around that 100% mark, which is great. And if you remember what that means, so when we have new pending sales, how many new listings are put on the market to replace what was just taken off the market? So this week for Polk County in general, we were 102.7%. So just over the same amount of homes that went under contract and were taken off the market were placed back on the market, which is great. So we got a little bit more than we took off the market was replaced. And for Lakeland proper, per MLS, it was 97.3%. So just under 100% of the homes that were taken off the market were replaced by new listings. So what does that mean? Remember that we have been supplying the market with fewer and fewer listings. So we have a massive hole to fill. What that means is for this week and last week, frankly, we were able to stay level and not dig the hole any deeper, which is a good thing, which is what we want. It gives buyers a few more options, which is great. All right, so places of note. I'm just looking at my graph here. We still have a few places with some shortages. So 33803 only had 38.5% of the new listings this week compared to the new pendings. So that was a pretty low number. 33805 was at 62, 33801 was at 70, and 33812 was at 75. And then even 33809 was at 92%. So all that means is anytime it's below 100, more homes are taken off the market than put on the market. So in those particular areas, there's still more sales than listings, as we flow through. The other ones were over 100%, and in 33815, we actually had over 250, 260%. So we had a lot more new listings than homes taken off the market, which is replenishing that area, which is great, which is exactly what we need. All right, so the average close price, as we mentioned a little earlier, the square footage number went down a little bit. So the average price was down because of the size. 314,463 was the average close price this week, and that meant an 11% increase over the same week of last year, which is significantly lower than some of the other weeks. Last week was 26, the week before 19, the week before that 37, the week before that 41. So nothing to get worried about, but that is what it is. On the average days on the market, we mentioned we went up to 17. So just to give you the flow, last week 14, week before 11, week before 10, week before 13, week before 11, week before 10. So it's not quite a week has been added, again, which will make it look like there's more inventory because they're coming off the market less fast. Polk pendings, we had a strong week this week. If you remember, last week was weak for sales. So we're back up over 100. We had 112 for Lakeland and 401 new pendings for the county. So when we're over 100, over 400, those are kind of where we've been, and that's kind of a steady number, which is great. Cancellations and withdrawal and expired listings. More cancellations, actually. You'll see 13, last week 11, other week 10, 10, and then 6 before that. So they're going up a little bit on the cancellations. Not too many withdrawn, only 3 and only 1 expired. So we'll see what's going on with the cancels, people deciding not to sell. And I'm actually wondering, I don't know, this is anecdotal, I don't know this to be true, but I wonder how many sellers are testing the market to see if they can sell at a very, very high price and cash out equity. And if they don't get a certain number, then they don't bother. I don't know that to be a fact, but I'm just wondering why people would go into it and then cancel. Um, so just some thoughts. All right, so we have our months of supply. The latest numbers we have are for May. It's only mid-July, so maybe next week we'll have June's numbers, but it still showed an absolutely massive shortage of houses in Lakeland itself. So for every 16 homes for sale, there's 100 buyers. We only have 16% of the needed homes for the buyers that are in the market. We need 180 days of housing supply, and we have 28 days. So it's a pretty big number. There we go. So very much a seller's market. And if you looked at Instagram stories this morning, I posted something from Keeping Current Matters, which is a pretty good resource for what's going on. And it showed the pricing forecast over several different outlets who are in housing. And out of all the outlets, it averaged about 9% was the forecast for 2022. Now that's on a macro level. So different places are different. I know we in Lakeland, because of our massive housing shortage, we've seen a much larger number than that in general. But as a whole, on a macro level, the economists are averaging out about 9%. So we mentioned in a previous video that we expect pricing not to come down. We expect the rate of pricing going up to decelerate. So that is definitely the case, and we're definitely on the same page on a national level. But I think locally, I'm not sure how other markets are, but I don't know how many people have 100 people, 100 buyers for every 16 listings. I'm not sure, but that's where we are here. So definitely a seller's market. So as soon as you can, get in. So let's just make it 10% to make it easy. Okay, 10%. And let's say you've got a home that's $300,000. That means the exact same home a year from now will be $330,000. What does that mean? That means it goes up $2,500. Oh, not quite. Yeah, yeah, $2,500 a month. Um, so if you're not in a financial position where your income allows you to save $2,500 a month, you need to buy that $300,000 house today. If you can't afford to save that money, if you're going to get the identical home next year and it's going to cost you $30,000 more, if you're not saving it that fast, it doesn't make sense to keep renting. You need to get into that thing so that you can get the pricing as today. We're doing great on our give back goal. Our give back goal is $60,000 for the year. On a weekly basis, our target would be $28,000, and we're up to just over $33,000. So thank you so much for our clients. All of the proceeds come from the professional fees we generate from helping people to sell and remodel and build and what have you. And we couldn't do any of this without you. So we're really, really thankful. And obviously the things that we support locally are, obviously very happy with that. All right, active listings. So as we talked about earlier, the days on the market is expanding, so you can expect the active listings to be going up. Now for Lakeland, we're at 493, and I pulled it this morning. And last week was 473, so it went up a little bit. For Polk County, we're at 2396. We're at 2256 from last week, so again, going up a little bit. Now, the big story, I'm kind of, you can tell I'm a little bit of a stats guy. Okay, so for Lakeland, from January till now, we've had a 100% increase. We had 246 active listings at the end of January, and we've doubled that year to date. For Polk County, it's a little bit more. We've gone up almost 124% from the beginning of the year. So again, that's giving buyers more choices, but we still don't have enough houses for everybody that's looking. And then if we look at the final stat is our stat for the price drops. So this week in Lakeland, there was 238 listings that dropped their price. The report doesn't show me it was by $5 or $1 million, but that was up just slightly from last week at 218. And for Polk County, we're still over 1,000 total listings that dropped. So that's just something we keep an eye on. That may mean that sellers are understanding. They don't just put the number out there and hope. they get a realistic number from the realtors so they can sell it for market value. Okay, guys, that's it for now. I appreciate it. That felt like a little bit longer today, but we had a lot to go over. This week, we've got, I'm excited, we've got Lakeland Food Truck Rally on Thursday night. We've got my son's birthday on Saturday. We've got the Buena Market. If you know my friend Jane, she does something called Kettles on Tea Parties. We had one for Paula's birthday. It was so awesome and fun. I encourage you to go check that out. I will put a link in the comments for you or a little shout out there. And that's it. Thanks for everybody who came out to our commercial building open house at the weekend. That was awesome. Really, really appreciate the support. And we hope you guys had a great 4th. We haven't seen you since then. All right, bye now. Take care. See ya. Bye-bye.